Hi everybody, it's Nigel here from Perfect Senses in Phuket, Thailand. We are a wedding planner. I am a fully qualified celebrant here in Phuket. And what we do is we put on, obviously your wedding for you, your birthday party for you, your wedding vows, anniversaries. We're the company that will assist you in setting all that up before you arrive. Okay, what I want to do today is talk to you about villa weddings. Important that you understand the advantages and the disadvantages of villa weddings. Okay, why a villa wedding? Well, villa weddings can give you privacy, but the location is key. Villas are limited on the island, but there are a lot of them, but then there's a lot of weddings. I mean, Phuket is a wedding destination, and it's getting the right size of villa. Obviously the ones that are just perfect always seem to go, so book early. Right, location. I mean, yes, right on the beach, so that you can literally walk across the lawn, step into the water, and just have fun. So yes, you can have them on the beach. You can have them on a hillside with maybe a pathway down to the beach. And normally on the hillside you've got a lot of jungles and a lot of bushes, a lot of trees, and a lot of foliage around you, which is very picturesque. And quite often the pool is up high, and then you take a bit of a walk down to the beach, which can be really nice, because usually you will hold your wedding usually at 4 or 5 o'clock towards the sunset in the evenings. It's a bit cooler, which is a huge advantage with the cool air coming across over the top. So you've got a lovely pool overlooking the ocean. If you're having your wedding around that pool area on a big decking, photographer's delight, he's going to get some absolutely stunning footage of you on your wedding day. Or you can have them in urban areas, like in the center of Patong, which gives you all the entertainment at easy access. So you've got all your nightclubs, you've got your shopping malls, you've got all your facilities around you. Yes, there's a beach there, but it may be a short taxi ride, or if you don't mind walking, a bit of a trek to the beach if you want to spend the time on the beach for your daily routine, go jogging or whatever. But location is key. There are villas that people rent, and they're right out in the middle of nowhere. They have nothing around you, but they're just a lovely villa for everybody to stay in. So think about location. The other thing to think about is where on the island. And these are the sort of skills that a really good wedding planner will guide you and give you that information, because certain times of the year the beaches are terrible. You've got high tides, high waves, high winds, and it may just not be suitable for your wedding day, depending on the time of the year that you actually arrive. So it's important that you talk to somebody who knows. I mean, brochures are just going to tell you, yeah, this is the rainy season, this is this, but there are certain areas of the islands that are in coves and in protected areas. They don't have the huge waves, etc., etc. So a very good wedding planner, somebody like ourselves, will sit down or talk to you over the internet and explain the right places to have your wedding ceremony. Villas, usually the people want to rent you a villa for a minimum of 3 days, normally the day before the wedding day, and you move out the day after. Obviously you can do it longer, but they usually say a minimum of 3 days. All right, so bear that in mind. You can have a villa which is within a resort complex. It's private, it's usually on the outsides, it's usually very secluded, so you have the resort facilities if you should want them. It means you can stay in the villa longer if you should want, without thinking, oh God, I'm bored. You've still got the resort pool, the restaurants, their entertainment, their facilities. So that gives you a bit of an edge if your villa is located within a resort or right next to a resort, and there are several of those around. Some resorts are purely villas, but they don't tend to be the bigger villas. They're usually a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, so anything from 1 to 4 is usually what a resort will hold, because that's the common market for them. But then you can obviously, if there's a group of your family going, you can actually, all have your individual villas all in one area. You've got the privacy of your pool, you've got the privacy of your, somewhere to hide when it's, you want some me time, etc., etc. But you're all in a central place enjoying villas of your own, which is very nice, and a lot of people do that, obviously. But really, at the end of the day, what I want to talk about is the villas that are sort of 9-bedroom, 10-bedroom plus. Now, these villas are so well kitted out. Some have gyms, some have cinema rooms, pool tables, on the beach, on a main highway somewhere, or very close to a main road, for easy access in and out. Plenty of things to do around you, but they're very, very secluded, and you have the run of the place. They have maids, they can have a chef, you maybe even get a driver. Everything depends on your budget. Now, the good thing about villas, if you take one villa, take the daily rates, and then your guests can split the cost. Now, let's just say you've got a 10-room villa. That allows you to take 20 people. You can get away with a couple of children, but usually 20 people, and you just split the cost between the 20 people, or split it between the bedrooms, 10 bedrooms. And that can be an advantage. For those 3 days, it's luxury. It has everything you want. Everybody is under the same roof. So what you've got that real party atmosphere for the 3 days you're there. You've got your pool party that you'll have on your first day there, and you'll be in the beach, and you'll be having barbecues, and you'll be running manic, but you'll be having fun. And that's when your wedding will start, because you'll have that build up, excitement. Everybody will be in a good mood after traveling from wherever you've come from. So ultimately, at the end of the day, large villa, if you're a very tight-knit family and you don't mind living all together just for the 3 days, could be a very, very good option. Now, the other thing you can do is you could stay in a hotel for 4 days, have 3 days in this lovely plush villa for your wedding, and then go back to your hotel or go onto another hotel. So you have the ability to mix and match. Just means that for your hotel, you may not get such a good rate if you do the whole period in one place. And I'll come to why you should stay and the advantages of staying in a hotel in my next video. Now, with a villa, they all sound very good. Yeah, I've got 10 rooms, and I've got this and I've got that, but you need a plan B. And the one thing that I do is as a celebrant and everything else, I vet these villas, and I make sure that they have an option for plan B, because while you might come in the high season and it is absolutely scorching hot, it could be too hot. It just could be so hot that you don't want to have your wedding out on the lawn or on the beach. So you need a plan B. It could pour down with rain, and if it rains in Thailand, my God, it will actually come down monsoon style. So the last thing you want to do is have high winds blowing all your flowers all over the place, getting wet. So a villa with a good plan B option is advisable. And again, I know which villas are ideal for this, and I would recommend, based on the time of year that you get here and what you tell me, I will then suggest, recommend what villas would be suitable. All right, so plan B is important. Now, some of these villas have got, you know, a big porch or a balcony coming over the front to give you that sort of protection. You can still hold your wedding ceremony underneath. Some of them have huge sliding doors that open up, so everything becomes open plan and airy. So, you know, you can have the ceremony under the porch and everybody watching from inside the villa. Some villas are two villas, 2 5-bedrooms, matching exactly the same, with sliding separators going right the way down through the property. So in the property itself, there'll be sliding doors that open so it can make it into a 10 villa, or when you want the privacy, you can close in. It'll be 2 separate families, one in one side, one in the other. You've got your separate pools for each other, and it's all open and closed. So people have thought about this and what people want. So you could have 2 5-bedrooms side by side with a lawn, 2 pools, and a beautiful beach. All right, that's the other thing, is that some of these villas are out of the urban areas, you know, out of Patong, out of the sort of built-up city life, because you're not going to get a private wedding on a beach, even if it was on a beach in Patong, because everybody will come and start taking selfies. You're going to get, you know, people sort of just getting in the way. So you have to think very carefully on the island where you want to be. Certain things that you want to consider are distance from the venue, i.e. your villa, to the entertainment you want. Now, if you said to me, well, look, I want to be able to go to Patong on a regular basis because, you know, we want things to do. We're not beach bums. We don't want to sit on the beach all day. So what I would do then is I'd try to find you the villa, or recommend the villa to you that's closest to Patong, which is not too expensive, because some of these villas can take 45 minutes to get to from Patong, especially in high season when the traffic is quite bad. And if you're doing that by taxi, that can cost you a little bit of dosh. So again, logistics will all come into play, and this is why you should use somebody like us, and that way we will guide you through all the pitfalls. If you just go straight to a villa owner, he's only going to sell you that one villa. He's not going to make any recommendations. He's not going to tell you all the pitfalls. He just wants to rent it out because it's revenue for him. So it is very important that you understand of that. Villa size may not be so important to you. If you have family that want to stay in the hotel and just turn up for the wedding day, that can be done too. I mean, they can all come from their hotels by taxi and everything else, and the bride and the groom, they just have the villa for 3 days, and it's smaller, but it's still on the beach, or it's still up in the jungle overlooking a beautiful ocean. So it is very much mix and match. Almost anything can be done given notice, and this is a crucial part. Villas get booked up quite early, so you know, most of them will have bookings now for Christmas and the new, you know, 2020, and your wedding date, fixing a villa, because it's limited. You know, there are lots and lots of villas, but they're not all suitable for weddings. So, you know, if you really fancy a villa wedding, you need to kind of start looking into it now. And I'm just going to close off by saying that you'll spend an awful lot of time looking in the glossy brochures. They're not going to tell you the facts. They're just going to show you lots of fancy pictures, and you're going to go, where's that on the island? I have no idea. Use us. We will help you through it. We will guide you through it. It's not going to cost you anything. It's all in you know, part of the service. Okay? So if you want a villa wedding, think about it early. Consult, and this is very important, consult your guests, because if you make all the decisions, they're not going to feel so inclined to pay towards that villa. If you give them the choices and what do you think of this villa and that villa, but keep control of the situation, then, and you say, look, you know, for those 3 days, we would ask you to split the cost. And if you split the costs on everything, your food and everything else, well, you're going to have an amazing time. You're going to have food on every street corner. You've got 7-Elevens everywhere. You've got convenience shops anywhere, restaurants everywhere. So it gives you so much flexibility, and it's private, and it's rather romantic, and it will deliver to you a lifetime of memories for you and your friends. All right, just remember, Perfect Senses, we're wedding planners. I'm a celebrant. We do events, whether it's a birthday, so it doesn't just have to be weddings, it can be a surprise birthday party. We'll take care of all that for you, help you through the pitfalls, and make sure you have a wonderful day. All right, just to remind you, there are other videos on there, on here, which are some of our ceremony readings, poems, this type of stuff, just so you get the tones and my personality. So look at that, and look forward to my next video, which I'll be talking about the pros and cons of a hotel wedding. I want to say thank you very much for watching. Stay safe,